Hey, the gang's all here at the Grand National Roadster Show here at the Talking About Cars interview area at the NHRA Museum. Hot Rod Bob is over there. Of course, the one, the only Jeff Styles right over there. And of course, Joe Coddington joining me right here. And of course, Ryan Templeton right here. It's great that you guys, it's funny. I wasn't expecting all you guys to make it together, but hey, I will take it any day of the week.
Let me tell you something. To put these all together, it is something. And then to get here, you know how this roadster show is.
Yeah.
You stop, you go, you stop, you go.
Right.
He talks to somebody. Then I talk to somebody.
Oh.
Then she talks to somebody. So we finally made it. And we're glad we did because it's great to see you guys.
Well, thank you.
We actually had a plan an hour and a half ago to get here.
Yeah, honestly, we've been trying to get over here for over an hour and a half.
Oh, how funny. Well, the beauty of here, if you haven't been here or if you missed a show this year, one of the certain draws has to be the car that you debuted at SEMA.
You are
Eagle
absolutely
van.
correct.
And I got a chance to see it up close, and I'm just like, wow.
I'm glad you did. And let me elaborate a little bit on that.
Please do.
A lot of it.
Please do.
A lot of it.
Yeah. Sure.
To get that to SEMA, as my profession of what I do, I've done a lot of cars that go to SEMA, and I'm like, why do you guys always wait to the last minute to stripe these cars? Well, because I'm the last guy to touch the car. It's the day before.
Yeah.
So my bucket list was to get a vehicle to SEMA, which was mine. Challenge accepted with Ace of Shades paint and Vintage Pro. They said a year ago at this show, can you do it? I had 8 months by the time we set the deal, got it going with a lot of help from Rhino and some other friends. We got down to pushing it in the trailer and I was still striping it. So yeah.
Timing.
Yeah.
No, what
But-
I have to tell you, on the way to SEMA, I get a phone call because we talk all the time. And they're broke down. They're under the hood of a borrowed vehicle trying to fix it. And yeah, they got it run and they did make it in. Now
The green.
Yeah,
The
that
story about that is we're going up the grade, getting to out of and like, you know what? This is riding really smooth. Boom! And the turbo blows. And I screamed like a little girl. Yes, I screamed like a little girl. But I just totally jinxed it. I was so bummed out. And the funny thing about it is we pull over and we try to fix it and we're looking for tools. The only thing Jeff had in this borrowed truck
right.
was the biggest crescent wrench that was probably the size, at least that big, for a bolt that big that we're trying to tighten down on the car. So we're like, oh, this is going great. And then I'll do it.
The best thing about it was, for some reason, I knew exactly what happened. These guys didn't. They thought, we are done. We're going home. And I've experienced this before. So even though the big crescent wrench was in hand, we could fix it. And we got it up and over the Cajon Pass. And I said, we still got like 3 more hills to go. So
This is small. We got 2 more after this.
all in all, it was a great trip. It was a lot of fun to debut that. And we hit it all the way there. We even had an enclosed trailer so that people wouldn't see that on the way and it hit the internet beforehand.
Jeff was adamant about doing this reveal. Like I was posting pictures of like the build that we were
Take it
doing,
down.
and he got mad. It's the first time Jeff. Well, we've had a few other things, but this is the one time I was like, "Really, Jeff?" And he's like, "Dude, what are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm just showing him what we're doing on the van." But he wanted to keep this reveal a full reveal. Pull the cover off of it in front of everybody's eyes.
Wow.
Which he did keep that very well under wraps.
We did really good. And the whole thing came together, like I said, with a lot of friends. I even consulted with Joe all through the build. I'm like, Joe, I need help with this and I need help with that. And with us being friends for so long and back to Boyd days and everything else, and Joe's connections, it was awesome that you have good friends around. When I was in the hole, man, I was like, I can't do this. There was a couple times that I was ready to bail out. I'm just a one-man band, but
sometimes it's not what you know, it's who you know, right?
it's who you
And
know.
a little bit
And
of both. But
And
but
I-
you know, it helps out
And
tremendously.
the big thing with Jeff was, in my opinion, because we've had so many SEMA deadlines and so many deadlines, even with TV shows and all that.
Sure.
Not that I'm immune to it, but I told him, you got this. Just take a breath, step
Right.
back.
Yeah.
You got this.
My therapist, in
nothing-
other words,
And it's
you know?
nothing
Yeah.
we haven't done. Nothing we
Same
haven't
thing with we talk all the time too on the phone. I mean, we're friends, but it was always Styles, Rhino, and one phone call I made to him, and I'm like, Styles. He's like, hey, what's up? I'm like, oh crap, what's going on? Are you okay? I mean, do I need to come over? I mean, is my friend okay? But he was seriously stressed out about the build, and like he said too, it's like we're always the pretty stuff. We make it pretty and we bail. We don't see it from start to finish. And then I got to hear it from him all the time, and his mood was seriously.
It wasn't,
And
it
then-
was,
then
it
we-
was not the same.
And then towards the end, it got better, and
Yeah.
then here we are.
But yeah, the best part about it, thank you for the kudos of checking it out. You have seen it, and the reaction over there. We were lucky to get away from the booth because, for one, not even dressed up like this,
Right.
you never leave the booth. You are answering questions the whole time. When you put this on and he's Elvis, it's even worse. You never get out of there.
Yes,
You
you
have an Elvis?
I have actually two Elvis suits now. I have a blue suit and a white suit. And what's funny is that the election was going on at that time, and obviously I'm not a Democrat, so I didn't want to wear the blue suit on that day. And I'm like, I had to wear the white suit, and Jeff and I were talking about it. It's like, okay, we're just gonna wear it for our 1 hour in the reveal. We wore those suits 3 days straight. Like I didn't even have to pack a suitcase because I wore the costume
Right.
for the week straight.
I see.
But yeah, I bought a backup one just in case for this show.
I do have to tell you, because I was so behind the scenes on all of this. So I made sure I was there. My whole entourage was there. And to watch, just to stand back and watch these two and the fancy kick that you learned.
Oh yeah.
And you must have gone to dance class.
Even
that,
with a
right?
bad knee and
Yeah.
everything. Yeah, I got that
The
down.
people loved it. Everyone there loved it. I mean, we had from manufacturers over there watching.
We actually got
We had-
kicked out of a few different booths because we were taking the thunder away from the people that they hired. So we're coming in there and all of a sudden it gravitates towards us. And they're actually paying people to be in their booth to do their appearances.
Right.
And we come in and just turn the place upside down. And yeah, it's
No,
it's,
but
it's a fun
the
little
band,
thing we do.
the band was so well received.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So well received.
And even
Everything.
here at the Grand National Roadster Show, the big daddy of them all. So we're here for 3 days. Basically, you move in on Thursday. Thursday's still a great day. There's a lot of people out here. Friday was awesome. Well, just before we head out on Thursday, I had a few problems from Moon Eyes bringing the man back. We broke the suspension.
Oh,
Well,
oops.
in my fashion, I'm like, all right, cool. Let's clean it up. Let's just head off to the Roadster Show. Well, the pinion and the drive shaft were like this that we didn't notice. It would not have made it, but for the mechanic at the shop at KBD Designs, Kenny, he says, you are not going nowhere. We jacked it up. We adjusted the suspension and off I went. So launch forward, we're here. I say that this show, the granddaddy of them all, is a small, real close to SEMA. SEMA is worldwide. Everybody's there. But here, this is our backyard. This is the guys my clients that I work for. They're all here. They want to see me. So we're in front of the van. We're debuting it. It's been awesome so far. And I appreciate you guys for letting us come over and do this talk with you and get a little bit of the behind the scenes, because a lot of people don't see what it takes to get a car here or even to a car show.
Right.
There's a lot of preparation that
Well,
goes into it.
You really don't know what goes on behind this. And I love that about being able to tell those stories, because you'll see it show up, they'll show it on SEMA or whatever is being broadcast on a car network, and they don't see what
No.
you're exactly talking about.
No. And I even told
a TV show off of that right now.
right, we're working on a little sizzle.
Yes,
Working on a little sizzle reel right now.
Thing going on called road tripping, so it's involved with this industry and everybody we get involved with and the characters and the funny stuff that we get to do.
Yeah.
People check that out. But that was a shameless plug.
Shameless. All right. Shameless plug. Yeah, in case they don't know, what is it that you do?
I'm a custom painter, airbrush artist. I've done for 35 years, but I did Trick My Truck, Car Warriors. I work with West Coast Customs, and I did one episode of Skin Wars.
Okay.
Skin wars. Mm.
Got to handle pasties.
Oh.
And if anybody,
Yeah, right. Yeah.
if anybody out there that's listening to this, what he just said, I can back it up with, for one, Car Warriors and Motor City Masters that I did. Car Warriors, he did first season 72-hour build,
Right.
but he had to back it up with 9 episodes.
So I would finish for that week, right? And I would check out. We check in Sunday night. We'd leave Friday night. No sleep for week 3, right? Go home Sunday, Saturday night, Sunday, come back to Sunday. I did it 9 weeks straight.
Wow.
So the first season was the All Stars with Rich Evans, Ian Russell, and Scott Owens, and all them.
Right.
So we were the ongoing team that everybody had to beat.
Right.
Well, they cut out.
Season 2
See-
came in and I did episode 1. They cut the budget, so they put it down to, you're going to build the car instead of 72 hours, you're going to build the car in 48 hours.
The last 2 episodes we did of season 1, they
Yeah.
cut out a day because we put them so far over production budget.
Oh.
I think it was over 900,000 what they said, because we actually built cars. They were trying to film a drama show.
Yeah.
Stuff, based on arguing and everything else that the TV's all about. It's all about drama, right? Nobody wants to see it. Nobody wants to see it build. It's reality TV.
You know, a lot of people
If you ever
just
saw
don't.
Trick My Truck and there's a square white piece of paper in the back of my pocket, that's called a script.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But a lot of people don't understand what it takes to actually do one of those shows. And I can contest to challenge accepted, just like that van out there. Give me 8 months, I'll get it done. And I'm going to hold up to my obligation. But on Car Warriors, 48 hours, it was real. That was 48 hours.
Yeah.
A total film time, hero shots and stuff like we're doing now, 61 straight hours up.
And
Try it.
They didn't
Try it.
stop. I mean, you got a team of 6, and our all-star team had 2 girls on the team. We had no showers, no hot water. We slept in a break room, and they only gave us 3 sleeping bags at a time, so we had to
Should be cozy.
Oh yeah, exactly.
That's a
So I
cozy.
think they purposely did this for drama.
Yeah.
But we came across and actually built some cool stuff. So
Yeah.
All right,
So-
Jeff,
Yeah.
what do you do?
that's why we got canned.
I'm a pinstriper by trade. I was a 13-year-old kid in 1980 that wanted to pinstripe. Learned it off my
I
dad,
suck at math too.
Butch Tucker in Mesa, Arizona, tucked me under his wings. He told my dad, he goes, listen, I don't let anybody in my shop, but your son has talent and he's welcome here as long as you know where he's at. And from there, it just, as a painter, pinstriper, I shouldn't say painter. I started as a pinstriper, but to get guys to do my flames, I could lay out flames like a master, but I let everybody else paint them. But then to wait for somebody to do my flames on my cars, because I love cars. I've got a bunch of cars and it took too much time. I said, you know what? I've watched you guys long enough. I can paint those flames. 1957 Ford Ranch wagon. I still got it in my garage. I bought it in 1987. So you can do the math. I was about 22 years old. I still have that car in the garage.
You're gonna take it out sometime.
I do have to take it
okay.
out. Completed in 1989 or 1989,
I want to say
3 years ago.
I say Orange County, but I may be wrong.
You're exactly right.
Okay, because I remember seeing it at the.
That was when I kind of re-debuted it
Okay.
and I caught it on fire.
Oh,
So
wow.
since I caught it on fire,
Flames.
right.
Yeah.
It's a good reference.
Yeah.
I didn't do a whole lot of damage. It was just wiring, but it's fixed.
Uh-huh.
It's back in the garage. I just gotta get the car out. I love
Get
it.
it out.
Oh,
You
yeah.
gotta drive them.
Yeah. Yeah, the black one.
I
We
think you should come to Dr. George.
I think so too. Yeah.
I'm gonna be there.
Yeah, I
You gonna
know.
be there?
I'm gonna be there.
Are you
I'm
gonna
gonna be there.
Unfortunately, I wasn't planning on being there. That's next weekend. I don't-
Wop wop wop.
Yeah. It's going back to the snow.
Oh,
Yeah. It started snowing in Washington State today.
Oh,
And as it
no.
turned over 70 today, it'll be over 70 today. And I'm going,
Yeah.
now which decision did I
Ah,
make?
right.
Gotta go, yeah.
right.
All right, Joe, everyone knows you from the show and
Okay.
your association, obviously, with Boyd. But you're still involved in the hot rod industry.
I am. You know, I've met so many amazing people in this industry. They've all become my friends. These two are part of the characters that I kind of
Oh, they're characters.
I have to oversee them sometimes. I do have bail money, by the way.
Oh, good.
Good to know.
But
Who
anyway,
knows over the edge.
I love the industry. I love the people. This being the 75th
Mhm.
anniversary here has been breathtaking. Last night there were over 600 people at the Hall of Fame dinner.
Wow.
I love being part of the Hall of Fame. I love being just part of it. So the culture, the industry, the people I love. Next weekend, super excited
Yep.
for charity, raising money for breast cancer. I am pedal car security. I know it's a tough job. It's a really tough job. And what do we have? Like maybe 20 little.
Oh, and literally, we'll have 20 pedal cars with kids in them. And
It's
I think
so fun.
in the past, Alan Grant's been the starter.
Mhm.
And I don't remember what I do there, but I talk about what's going on. And
And my
you're secure.
my shins are so bruised by the end of the day, but it is so worth it. And these kids have such a good time.
Yeah.
Some of them they've only done video games.
Right.
So I'm trying to teach them pedal push, push,
Yeah.
push. And then they have other kids that push start them.
Yeah.
Well, their little buddies and brothers and sisters will push them over where the push starter is supposed to be.
Yeah.
And then I'm supposed to be the bad guy and say, no, you can't push any farther. So I try to get Karen Savaggio to be the bad guy. And I
Yeah.
just like being the good guy.
There you go. All right. So that's
It's a
Dr.
good
George.
cop, Karen.
Yeah. The Dr. George show next.
There you go. I just want to make sure I'm in here something. Okay.
Well, I'm short enough. You're right.
No, that's okay. That's true. I am.
Oh, you know,
Well, let's oompa.
yeah.
This reminds me of that,
Actually,
of that mole, you know, the mole gate?
Yeah. There we go. Yeah.
Up a mole?
Yeah.
Well, it's Wap a car guy. or-
There we go. Yeah.
I think we actually look like a 10-cylinder V10.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're all pistons.
Yeah.
It's got to get Iski back here. We
Yeah.
This is cool.
So I kind of phrased that wrong. I said, Holly, do you want to see my toys? And it was in a white van that said free candy on the back. So she immediately declined.
Yeah. Sure.
But yes,
This is free-
to elaborate
Yeah.
on toys for the
Yes,
G-rated,
yes,
Evel Knievel was a master at marketing.
Uh-huh.
You know, all the kids loved Evel Knievel, and Ideal came out with the wind up
Yep.
Evel Knievel
Right.
gyro that he just took off and kids jumped him and he come flying off. He would crash just like he did at Wimbledon and
Yeah.
some of the other places, you know, and it really looked real. So the kids would relive Evel Knievel in the toy version.
And it's in reproduction now.
It is in reproduction. The 50th anniversary just came out
Yep.
in a beautiful box.
Wow.
I don't even want to open it. I have two of them. I got one to open, one not to open.
Yeah.
So Evel Knievel was a master at all the stuff, the bicycles, the tricycle, the everything. Evel Knievel was out, and he was the ultimate daredevil that jumped an XR 750, which was 300 and some odd pounds,
Right.
compared to some of these bikes that his son wound up jumping as
Yeah. The dirt bikes and
a
stuff.
dirt bike
Yeah.
with a lot of suspension.
You know.
Yeah. So I'm real good friends with a gentleman by the name of George Sedlak. George Sedlak was Evel Knievel's painter back in the day.
Oh, okay.
George was a big influence on the van artwork
Mhm.
and consultation. I also built a replica tribute jump bike that goes in the van. It's really, really cool.
Awesome.
We put a lot of work into it to make it really close. George Sedlak actually sent me an Evel Knievel tank and the rear fairing back to me. I finished the artwork on it. It was painted and slotted for Evel Knievel, and I'm proud to have that on the bike. And George is too. He's like, show that thing off as best you can.
Awesome. So
Really-
what is exactly, now that you've gotten the van done for the most part, right?
Right.
Now that it's done and this is your first van, what's the biggest lesson you take away from this?
Wow, that's a tough one. I don't have
Don't talk to Hot Rod Holly that way.
okay.
Very good.
Okay, got it. But you know what? Hot Rod Holly and me are about as good friends as close as me and Joe. So she can take my humor.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, no.
she actually is was ready to jump in the van. You know, we were joking around and we have that much fun. But the van, what I take away from it is all the friends that really helped, and like Joe and Rhino and a lot of other friends that really, when the pinch came down, they were there. Now that it's done, everybody's like, how did you get all these sponsors to do it? Well, I've been at this for 40 some years and I've never taken advantage of anybody. Everybody is like, what do you need? You know, and that was really cool. And now what's really cool about it is I wasn't building for anybody. I was building for me. It's my van. Now I can enjoy it. And like TMI products, their interiors. Ross was by yesterday and he was from ear to ear with smiles. He says, I am so happy that we were able to help you out. They don't make a kit for the van.
Yeah.
And I told him they should, but they did the seats, gave me all the material to finish the back. And he was just ecstatic. He goes, we need to get it down there and we need to shoot it in the cove. They've
There
got
you
a
go.
really bitchin'
Yeah.
photograph cove. And it's cool to see people come by and see the finished product that they contributed to.
One of the really fun things that we do when we get a chance to come to these shows, Bob and I, is we talk to a lot of up and coming guys who are just trying to get their foothold into the industry and they're just starting and doing interesting things. And they really have some great goals. In this case, this young man over here actually accomplished one of his goals. Of course, that is James Reeser. Remember him? He was here last year, I want to say, right?
Yeah.
Last year. Yeah. And his dad, Andy, here, both from Salt Lake City, Utah, already one of my favorite places. We talked with you last year about you were really, your goal was to do a certain thing. Tell us what that was.
When we were talking last year, my goal was to be able to run our family's 1980 Chevy Camaro on the Bonneville Salt Flats and start the licensing up progress. And last summer, we managed to do just that. At the June test and tune event for the USFRA, by the end of the meet, I had gotten my C license, right? I had gotten up to my B license with 181 mile an hour pass.
All right. So when you get the licenses are A, B, C, whatever the case may be, what is the break on that? I've wanted to do that myself, and someday maybe.
So the e-license is your current and valid state driver's license up to 149 miles an hour.
Just like I do on the freeway now.
And then D license, or wait, no. It's e-license is up to 125. D is 125 to 149. C is 150 to 175. B is 175 to 199. A is 200 to 250. Double A is 250 to 300, and then 300 is 301 and up.
So
Okay.
where are you at now?
Currently, I'm up to my B license
Oh, wow.
at 181 miles an hour.
And now your dad took the same car, and he went a little bit quicker.
Yes, he did.
How fast?
Go ahead, Dad. Tell me a little bit about how fast you did and when was this?
Speed week, the second day of speed week, I got my turn in the car. I had also taken the steps at the test and tune to get everything up to my B license. I went 195 with the test and tune. So at speed week, I made my first pass the second day of speed week. I went 209.761 miles an hour. So I earned my A license.
Now, this was in a different set of wheels?
No, same car. Very same.
Same car, Camaro.
Oh, wow.
And they said it couldn't be done.
Well,
No.
Yeah, it really surprised me. I knew the car and the engine had a 200 mile an hour pass in it. But for a very limited compression ratio, it wasn't even really a competition engine. The engine was actually designed for James's street car.
Oh.
And I mean, it it was built with really good parts, but it wasn't ever designed to do
What we did with it.
actually did with it. And I only ran it to the 4 mile. I didn't even make a full 5 mile run in it. And it went 209 at the 4, and I still had room under my foot. And I think I probably could have got it close to 220 out at the 5.
All right, now the record you're running against, what was that?
246 miles an hour.
All right, so you don't think you could have made that, but you would have been pretty close.
Would have been close. I think
Yeah.
it would have been within, honestly, it would have been within about 20 miles an hour, I think, of the record.
All right, now when you say it was James's street car, tell us a little bit about the motor. How big is that engine?
That engine
Was 489 cubic inches. Just like my dad was saying, it was a really, really, really strong built big block Chevy, but it wasn't built to do what we did with it. It was built to be able to have some fun on the weekends in my 1970 split bumper Camaro when we get it done.
Okay, so basic big block for a street car. You've got a street Camaro that's your daily driver, or will be.
Yeah.
That car, when we get it done, it'll be a kind of a weekend warrior street strip car is what we were building it for. And eventually we do want to set that up to run the USFRA 150 club with it.
Oh, okay. So if it did 209, that's nothing. You're going to be doing it. What kind of RPM were you turning on that motor?
When it went 209, it was about 6,300 RPM. So it was well within its, parameters.
How fast can that car go with that engine performing the way it is?
I think it had about a 220 mile an hour pass in it. If I'd run it to the 5 and buried throttle. But I mean, it was a licensing pass, and I was trying not to beat on it. So, it was a wet sump motor. It didn't have a dry sump oil system on it. A bunch of other stuff that you really need to have in a competition engine for Bonneville. Because I mean, running the salt, it's basically a 5 mile dyno pull. It's the easiest way to explain how cars run. What is asked of the engine, how hard it is on engine parts. And we learned a lot of stuff about oiling systems on big block Chevys.
The hard way.
The hard way.
Yeah, of course.
So, the next day James went to go make his A license pass, and when you get air in the oil, it's not good on bearings, and we found that out the hard way. So that kind of ended our deal. The next morning, James had issues, and the engine had big issues, and so we just called her a meet, and we're regrouping at this point, and now when we come back out, we'll be stronger and actually have everything we need to try and go real fast. So
Real fast. Now you went 209, and now you want to go real fast. I think most of our viewers are going to say 209.
Definition: what is
Real fast?
The record that the new motor we're building is going to be going after right now is set at 260 miles an hour and change. And
Camaro?
if everything works out, we want to be able to kick it up around 280 and be able to get both of us our Bonneville 200 hats.
200 hats. So then you're going to go for the green hat.
After that, we got a different class that we want to be able to run, but we think we'll be able to do it. And then once that's done, we want to bring the car back down to El Mirage, where it had lived all its life before it got to us.
Okay.
We want to bring it down to El Mirage and be able to get the job done down there under us too.
All right. For those of you that are watching and wondering why I said green hat, that's 300 miles an hour. You've got to go 300 and set a record at the same time.
Right. Eventually, later on down the line, maybe the stars align and we either build something or go into a different class and be able to go 300. It's just kind of maybe time will tell.
What's one of the biggest lessons you've learned?
Put a dry sump on a big block.
Save those bearings.
Yeah. My dad's been my inspiration to do this. my whole life. He's the one that instilled the love of the salt for me to do this. And you know, I mean, it's something we've always done together. He and I started going to the salt, like I said, in 1986. He's been going to the salt since 1960. That's one of his big claim to fame moments in his early life was that he was on the salt in 1960, and you got to see Mickey Thompson go 406.
Yeah.
You know, it's I think that living in Utah and in northern Utah anyways, it's kind of a big jump start for us because we're so close to the salt. You know, I can get my car from my front door back out of my driveway, and I can be standing on the salt literally within 90 minutes.
And they set some land speed record on the way there.
You're not kidding. You come down off of Grassy, it's really hard not to want to go 100 miles an hour plus
Yep.
down that hill. You know, it's always a good time to be able to go do that.
So why isn't Dad here?
Dad's right behind us. He's camera shy.
He's shy.
So,
He'll get in the photograph later.
We'll get him in the photograph later, and who knows, maybe next year we'll get him in the show.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. We'll work on that for next year. So,
All right.
very good.
Get
So,
ready for August.
we're really trying. It's a scramble at this point, but we'll see what we can do. There's a lot of fabrication, like James was saying, that we have to do on the car. Also putting a brand new transmission package in it. So